I'm living his will. He's got me in his hands. I'm chilling, chilling, chilling with purpose. God has a purpose. God has a plan. I'm living his will. He's got me in his hands. I'm chilling, chilling, chilling with purpose.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Chilling with Purpose, the broadcast that rescues the heart and the mind. I'm looking a little dark now. Maybe the sun moved or something, because I was kind of bright earlier. So, how y'all doing this evening?
I'm doing good.
Wonderful.
I'm good. Would you say, Maggie?
Wonderful. I'm back home. Shucks.
Good. I'm excited about this series that we are moving into. I believe it's going to be a fabulous discussion. I hope people begin to tune in to learn about nursery rhymes and their hidden meanings. There are so many times, not only in nursery rhymes, but even in scripture, we'll say things thinking we actually took it from somebody and made it scripture in the Bible when it really isn't. And we've been saying nursery rhymes for a very long time and not always knowing the meaning of the nursery rhymes. Hi, Mama Jackie. Always good to see you or have you. And so it is a good educational moment for all of us. I know I learned a lot. Oh, look at that. Her thing popped up in the little window. Did y'all see that? By Selena's thing.
Oh, yeah. Hello, everyone.
Yeah.
They trying to be fancy.
They changed it. They had sent a message saying that they're upgrading
Right.
StreamYard, but I like that.
It's some things they just need to ask if it's worth them upgrading. And I even see Maggie's, or is that a name tag? It just says Maggie Jean Baptiste.
Maggie Jean Baptiste.
Yeah. Oh, that's on your thing.
That's on my desk.
Oh, okay, girl.
Okay, so we get a little snapshot of the comments over here. Oh, cool.
Look at God.
Put a comment. Let's see what happens if you put a comment. Does it take hers away and put up a new one?
Oh,
Lord, I don't know that I like this.
At least it's in Selena's face.
I can't even read
about
it.
To be wiped out. Oh my, we're going to figure that out. Y'all, they did some upgrades to StreamYard, but we're going to have it figured out, though. You better believe that. So listen, we believe that we need to educate ourselves about these nursery rhymes that we've been saying before we even got here. And some of them, I remember thinking when my daughter was born and I had started singing Rockabye Baby in the Treetop. And then I said, wait a minute, how my baby going to be in the treetop? The wind going to blow and everything. That's a dead baby, ain't it? Falling from the tree. I was like, oh my God, what am I doing? Okay, I'm not going to say that anymore. So we are here this month, maybe even into August, to educate all of us about nursery rhymes. So each of us have done some research on nursery rhymes and their hidden meanings. And we would so love a phenomenal interaction regarding these nursery rhymes. We want to hear your comments. We want to hear your thoughts in words, because it's just the four of us that are live, but we want to hear from you. And we would love this to be a great contribution to what we have going on in this series. So welcome everyone to Nursery Rhymes, Hidden Meanings. Would anyone like to kick off a nursery rhyme? Go ahead, Sandra. Do number 1.
Okay, so I did this nursery rhyme that I never heard about.
Okay.
So I'm going to kind of change my nursery rhymes that I sent you. So
No
this
problem.
one was in, because I've never heard of this one. So give me a minute. So it says, Higgledy Piggledy.
Yeah, I've never heard of that one either.
Yeah, because I thought it was interesting instead of getting nursery, it didn't have much of a history. But I think that it was nice to sometimes learn other nursery rhymes that I've never heard about.
Mm-hmm.
So it says, that's the name of the nursery rhyme, Higgledy Piggledy. So it says, Higgledy Piggledy.
Wait, I'm sorry. Is it Piggedly?
Piggledy.
Ledy. And
Yes.
what's the next word?
Higley. Higggledy.
All right.
So
Let's go.
Higgledy, and if I'm pronouncing it wrong, please forgive me. So no, it's Higley first. Higgledy.
Okay, well.
Piggledy.
I just did it in the order you said it. I can fix it. No problem.
So it says, Higgledy Piggledy, my black hen. She lays. This was funny when it says,
What?
She lays eggs for gentlemen. I have to pause. So before I went into history, I was like, wait, how does a hen lay eggs for gentlemen? But anyway, then it says, now listen to this. Sometimes 9 and sometimes 10. Higgly Piggledy, my black hen. I just
Lord, this ain't a slave or a prostitution nursery rhyme, is it?
No, actually not. Actually, because I started looking up the history, and like I said, it wasn't really much of a history. So it says that so I look up the word higgly, and it's higgly and piggledy. It actually means disorder or confusion. Exactly. That's exactly how I look, because here I am. We sing these rhymes over our kids, and it actually meant disorder or confusion. So every time I sing that, I'm singing disorder and confusion to the person or the baby that I'm reading it to. And then it says, Higgly Piggledy is an informed adjective or adverb that means mixed up in no particular order. Okay? Or in state of confusion.
Wow. Higgledy Piggledy is all about confusion.
All about confusion, yes. And disorder. Yes. And it says it can be used to describe things that are chaotic, disorderly, or jumbled. And then it says, we really have no idea where Higgledy and Piggledy came from, but we do not know it, but we do know it's a perfect demonstration of English speakers' fondness for reduplication. That is, for forming new words by repetition, or a base word, often with a slight change of song. So basically, this man just decided to put these words. He came up with these words in his mind, and kind of, like when you say row your boat, how they repeat it. So that's what they did with this little rhyme, Higgly Piggly. And then it says, that is for forming new words by repetition of a base. It's kind of interesting too, because in scripture they tell you it's good to repeat things. Teachers tell you it's good to repeat things for memory. So basically, I think he used that word so that you can basically memorize it, So, and then it says, in this case, the base word might actually be the second term, which encompasses the word pig. I don't know. Yeah. So with the Piggledy, and calls to mind the association of pigs with disorder, disorderliness, like disorderliness. That's an interesting word. Although we don't know when exactly higgledy-piggledy first appeared in print, we do know that the word has been around since before 1600. I've never heard that word until today. Not today, until when I was researching.
Right.
And then it says we do know that the word has been around, and it's from this guy named John Florio. And that's basically what I got. I didn't get anything else, like anything that, like what was like underneath or anything like that. It's just but the word, but just for me, just the meaning of the word, disorder, confusion. I thought it was interesting. What are your thoughts? Comments?
I'm just taken back, like higgledy-higgledy. And I had meant to start off with some history on Nursery Rhyme, but this is such a great kickoff. Higgledy-piggledy.
Yep.
Number one, he could have made it easier to pronounce. You don't have to slow your brain down to get it out right. And then he's referencing how equating confusion and disorder to a pig.
Yes.
I want to know where the black hen came in and why we laying all the eggs.
9 and 10 for gentlemen.
Right.
Oh,
I feel like that should have a significant meaning to it. Like
so 9 and 10 gentlemen.
Yes.
So higgledy piggledy, you sure it's about disorder, or is it about this one woman with some
that's the
disorder
main
going on?
yes,
Because
right.
she got 9 and 10 roosters coming to the den.
Well, no. I thought about that, but then it says it lays eggs for gentlemen, and I was like,
That's what that means. She laying her eggs for different gentlemen. You see what Michelle said? There's a lot of higgledy piggledy going on in the world right now.
Yeah.
She laying her eggs for gentlemen.
yes.
Higgledy piggledy. Are you singing that over your baby? Higgledy piggledy.
No, I wouldn't.
All this foolishness. And he talking about a woman of the night. He mad at the woman that he loved because she laying eggs with different gentlemen and she ain't giving them none.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So why he has to put her business out there? She's laying different eggs for different gentlemen. Why? I mean, that's very clear. If she laying very different eggs for many gentlemen, that is it.
And sometimes 9, don't forget.
Yeah, and sometimes
10.
and sometimes 10. So
I guess she real tired when she only doing 9.
So when we talking about higgledy piggledy, he talking about a woman of the night.
Woman of the night.
And you singing that over your baby. Higgledy piggledy, somebody kitty, that is up at 10 and sometimes 10. And he was so mad at the woman he in love with. And she a higgledy piggledy.
It's interesting.
Yeah. Something else that I just saw was even how pigs, the order that pigs gather in is a different type of order of how they gather versus, I guess, your average animal. But pigs are actually pretty smart creatures.
They are.
Get the credit.
I should have looked up that. Pigs.
We had a pig farm.
They're nasty too. Oh.
Yeah, they nasty, but they taste good.
You can feed a pig. Oh my God. I said we had a pig farm. You could feed a pig.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of animals that'll eat their own. Shoot, listen. I used to watch, I think it was Stranded, and there were 2 stories. The fella that they went on some excursion and they got stranded and it was winter. And to survive, they ended up eating their friend that died.
Yeah.
So we don't know what we'll do in a desperate situation. Listen, when I was homeless, the word "I would never do that" left my vocabulary, because you don't know what you'll do. You don't even know what thoughts you'll entertain until you're in a desperate situation. Be like, now, if I was sober, I wouldn't do this.
I agree.
But I'm desperate. I'm considering it.
Hmm.
But little Higgly fella, he had more than just confusion and disorder going on.
Yeah. Piggly, piggly.
Maggie, let's go get a bacon sandwich.
No, I can't have bacon.
Wow.
Yeah.
Selena, you have any thoughts?
That the words in general cause confusion, because it's like you're talking about a pig, but then you're talking about hens, and then you're talking about laying. It's a bunch of confusion, because it's like, what is going on? But then it makes you think one thing, but are you talking about this? It's just a lot going on.
Yeah. So read it to us one more time. Well, are we all done commenting on this one?
Mm-hmm.
Sandra, didn't you have something else you were getting ready to say?
Just laughing.
Oh, wait. Great kick off.
But then he says, my black hen.
I think the black hen is a black person, like somebody that's really black.
A black woman, because a hen is a woman.
And I mean, she black, like my hair black, the true color black. Because I actually told the teacher once, you don't know your colors, because I'm not black.
No, you're not.
No, none of us on here are black.
No, we're not. This is black.
That is black. All day black. This banner background is black.
Yes.
I almost got a paddling.
Exactly.
But I had to teach my teacher the colors.
Oh, see, I can see you do.
I sure did. And one teacher threatened to hit me because I was left-handed, and he brought up all the little witch history stuff. I said, I tell you what, if you hit me with that ruler, and I was in 7th grade, I think, 7th or 8th grade, at the little Christian school.
Oh,
you hit me with that ruler when my mom gets done. No, first when I get done. Then I'm going to tell my mom. Then when my mom handles you, I'm telling my dad.
Oh,
you're done. Like today, you're going to see Jesus, because it's all going to happen in one day. All going to happen in one day.
Oh my gosh.
Lord, okay, read the rhyme again.
So, higgledy, piggledy. Please do not say this poem over your children.
Please don't say it at all.
Yes. My black hen, she lays eggs for gentlemen.
Okay, stop. Is she having babies? Oh, audience, y'all need to weigh in on this. My black hen, so my black girl, my black lady is having babies. Because ain't that when hens laying eggs, right? That's them giving birth to their little babies, right?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
go.
If you don't eat it.
Right.
Sometimes 9 and sometimes 10. Higgledy, piggledy, my black hen. Yeah.
Why are we not talking about the hen? You know that made me think about in Revelation when he talked about what's her name? How she was corrupting the men and stuff. Was it Babylon?
The prostitute woman?
Yes.
Hold on.
She was putting it down or up or in something. Ooh, little pig, higgy.
But you know, higgledy piggledy is a real word. It means in a confused, disordered, or random manner.
Yes, I looked that up, Maggie. Let's go
believe it.
That's what I said. That was the word.
I couldn't believe it. And then the adjective or synonym is topsy-turvy, hugger-mugger, jumbled. Seriously?
I think they added that after that poem. Like, good grief. We need folks to know. Whatever you do,
don't
recite this one.
Yeah.
What is a hugger-mugger?
A hugger-mugger. Look it up. I don't know.
No. Because
We
Higgly
might be
Piggly already got me.
traumatized.
Higgly Piggly already got me Higgly Piggly. What?
Wow.
And they sang that over the children?
Yes. It's a rhyme. Nursery rhyme.
I need to know who is doing this. Or maybe
All
that
the
time has passed.
It's an English from the English. So the English
They
people,
over there saying it.
yeah, they probably singing the Higgly Piggly.
If
Do
they're
anybody online knows about the Higgly Piggly
there,
nursery
that's what
rhymes?
I'm gonna ask. Yeah.
Because I don't know.
Do we have any English people that are
English.
listening that can enlighten us?
Yes, please.
Because I might be lightweight traumatized.
I don't even want to read no more.
I'm so sorry.
No, this is fabulous. But this is stuff that we need to know. I don't know that I ever would have done that one, but ooh, I've done enough. I've done enough damage. So I'm glad I didn't know about the hig and the pig. Wow.
And the gentleman.
Right. And the hen laying 9 eggs one day, 10 another time. And the hen means something to the fella.
Well, yeah, he said my ownership.
Right.
Yeah, that's personal. That's how I felt. I felt like he said, "This is my baby now. This is my baby."
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? But you know, when I said that, I thought about it. I was like, I know some people might say you're making too much of it, but here it is a nursery rhyme that you're singing to a child, but this is actually an adult, something that somebody that's adult instead of singing it to a baby, you know. So you're telling your baby how to go about to lay hands for gentlemen, and children's mind are so innocent, so they're telling themselves, oh, I could just lay a hand, I could just lay, you know, something for the men or whatever, you know. That's like, you know, that's enticing to me.
Yeah.
To a child, you know. Yeah.
Little whoremonger.
Oh.
And I'm thinking that black hen, you know, is one of us, that black women.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said black. My black hen.
That's
So
what I said earlier.
Yeah. So he just,
because in the 1600s, remember, we were like slaves. So, you know, so for you to basically say, and please nobody get offended, it's just history. In the 1600s, when he wrote this, that was the era that they live in, you know. So yeah.
Yeah, they didn't see black people. You know what I mean? A black person wasn't even a whole person. I think it was like 4 black people to make one black person. Or 8. Yeah. I don't remember how many.
The power that they gave us, because they would tell us if you have 1/4 of black blood in you, then you black. What an oxymoron.
Yeah. It's sad. But
Yep, Michelle, and he probably was laying with them black hands. Piggity piggities.
What a way to come out the gate. Good going, Sandra. Good going.
You all are so. I had loved that higgly diggly.
I love it. Glad you kicked it off with that one. Look, now I'm gonna backtrack, give some history, and then whoever wants to go next, y'all can go if you have the strength.
I don't.
So so this might help you like calm down a little bit. Let me give you a little history about nursery rhymes. It is said the earliest nursery rhyme came about in the 14th century.
Oh.
Then the golden age came later in the 18th century. Tommy Thumb's songbook was published around 1744. A century later, Edward Rimbaud published a nursery rhyme collection.
Okay.
This was the first one published to include music.
Yeah.
How about that? Thomas Ravenscroft's folk song compilation of 3 Blind Mice dates back to 1609. Some good points about nursery rhymes before we hit the dark side. which we just did our first dark side. Nursery rhymes with music. They have proof that shows, according to experts Sue Palmer and Ross Bailey, nursery rhymes with music significantly aids a child's mental development, spatial reasoning.
Wow.
Spatial meaning relating to or occupying space. Seth Lehrer, he was the Dean of Arts and Humanities at the University of California. He also emphasized the ability of nursery rhymes to foster emotional connections and cultivate language.
Oh.
His belief is that when we sing with our children, we are participating in something that bonds the parent and the child.
I believe that.
Yeah, so that's the beautiful thing about the nursery rhyme. But now we're going back to the dark side of the nursery rhyme, because it's the nursery rhymes we got to stop saying once we learn what it is. You know, my mom still say it at 93. When you know better, baby, you ought to do better. So we're going to do better because we knowing better. All right, who's next?
I'll go.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I have Hush Little Baby.
Oh.
So, hush little baby, don't say a word. Mama's gonna buy you a mockingbird. If that mockingbird don't sing, mama's gonna buy you a diamond ring. If that diamond ring turns brass, mama's gonna buy you a looking glass. If that looking glass gets broke, mama's gonna buy you a billy goat. If that billy goat don't pull, mama's gonna buy you a cart and bull. If that cart and bull turn over, mama's gonna buy you a horse and cart. If that horse and cart fall down, you'll still be the sweetest little baby in town. So
that's a new one toward the end. I never heard that one, that part.
Yeah, there's like different variations, but even like reading about it in the history, they said that it's made to where you can basically like ad lib it, like add on things.
Okay.
So that's part of what I learned. It was believed to have been written in the southern United States, but basically the song was written as if it were like a parent and how they were feeling at that time when they're basically trying to figure out what they need to do to calm down a child that's upset by promising them a gift, right? And so I'm like, so basically at infancy, you're teaching your child bribery, basically, right? But then I'm like, okay, so you're teaching them bribery. You're also trying to, like barter, like, hey, if you do this, I'll do this, right? But then like some of the lyrics, it's like you're promising them unrealistic things, right? Because how realistic is it that you're going to buy a child a mockingbird or a billy goat? You know what I mean? So it's like you're setting them up for these wild and unrealistic expectations. So then you have these little kids walking around that's like really expecting, like, no, buy me a boat. I don't care if I'm 3. Yeah.
And now read your nursery rhyme again.
Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Mama's going to buy you a mockingbird. If that mockingbird don't sing, mama's going to buy you a diamond ring. If that diamond ring turns brass, mama's going to buy you a looking glass. If that looking glass gets broke, mama's going to buy you a billy goat. If that billy goat don't pull, mama's going to buy you a cart and bull. If that cart and bull turn over, mama's going to buy you a dog named Rover. If that dog named Rover don't bark, mama's going to buy you a horse and cart. If the horse and cart fall down, you'll still be the sweetest little baby in town. So it's even like, okay, I'm going to buy you a goat, right? But if the goat doesn't do what the goat's supposed to do, now I'm going to go buy you a mansion. So it's like I'm just constantly building and building on all these things.
I ain't about to be no broke parent. Like, that's all I could think of.
Just go to bed. Go to bed.
Exactly. Yes, little baby, don't you cry. If you don't get in the bed, I'm gonna give you something to cry about.
Okay, Black Mama Nursery Rhyme.
Because I ain't the black hen that they've been talking about.
What? I'll buy you a billy goat and a diamond ring and a horse and a cart.
Or why would you want to buy a baby? So you have this is my baby that was just born. That baby can't hear. That baby don't understand. But I'm promising this baby, what's wrong with the mom? That's what I want to know. Why are you buying all these things for this baby? That makes no sense to me. The baby is going to cry. And yes, you will, trust me, you rock the baby till the baby choose to go to sleep. So I will spend the rest of my life, well, maybe until the child turn 1 or 2, buying things for this child to keep this child from crying.
Yes.
Let's boil some sleepy time.
Yeah. Yeah. Because apparently toward the end, if all else fails, you're still a sweet baby. How that work?
No.
Go to bed. Yeah. Go to bed.
Yeah.
And then the beginning, hush, little baby, don't say a word. Okay, so the baby's supposed to be speaking because words are like how I'm talking. So the baby can't talk. It should say, hush, little baby, don't cry.
Unless the baby is a toddler and you calling your, because like mine is an adult, but every now and then I call him my baby.
Right.
So maybe the baby is a toddler baby, which makes the toddler a brat.
Well, you should have said, hush, little brat. Don't you say a word.
Oh my God.
Because you see this belt, this makes you belt.
I want a mama. I want a mother like that. That would tell me, hush, you're gonna buy me a diamond ring.
Right?
What you gonna do with a diamond ring?
Yeah, we're gonna rewrite some of that. I don't want no Billy Goat.
A diamond encrusted belt.
There. I got a rhinestone belt. We could start there. Yep. And work our way up.
Yep. No, ma'am.
It just makes no sense. You never really listen to it. It makes no sense because she went from a diamond ring. She says, and if that diamond ring is brass, but didn't you buy the ring? Then she went down and she said, Mama gonna buy you a looking glass.
And what is this child gonna do with the diamond, the fake diamond? And then we're gonna do the looking glass.
Yes.
Look at herself when she sleep. Go to bed.
Yeah, exactly. Go to bed.
Yeah. I got an idea though.
Uh-huh.
Sunday when we go to church, one of y'all pinch the little kids. Pinch one of the little kids, and then I'm gonna come up and say, "Hush, little baby,
don't pinch none of Michelle's kids.
It's gonna buy you a mockingbird, and if that mockingbird don't sing, and we're gonna see what happens." Them kids at our church be like, "Where my mockingbird?"
Right.
Maggie said she was gonna give me a mockingbird, and she brought me nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Like, you know what, sweetie? I realized how dumb that nursery rhyme was. I ain't gonna be able to do it. Just stop crying.
Oh my gosh.
But you right. So, go ahead, Maggie. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead, and then I will say something else. Huh?
Selena, you made a good point when you said that was the beginning of a parent bribing their kids instead of discipline. They were avoiding, and discipline doesn't always mean you're getting a spanking, but it does mean that you're laying down ground rules. I have been in the grocery store and they're like, if you stop crying, I'll get you a something. You don't tell that child just stop crying.
Period.
You're not about to get everything in the grocery store.
Yep.
I still remember, this is the first time I ever saw a tantrum. My niece, Brianna, asked her mom if she could do something in the mall, and she told her no. Brianna laid down on the floor and started kicking and screaming. We were standing there in shock, like, what just happened? And we looking at her. My sister looked at me and she said, what is she doing? I said, I think that's what they call a tantrum. People walking by looking, but we looking startled. I said, I think this is what they call a tantrum, sister. She's like, oh, okay. We both kept on walking. Right there on the floor. She got up, fixed her dress, and caught up to us. Like, I don't know what house you thought you was at. You in the sergeant's house.
Yes.
What? Go ahead.
We don't do that. That's funny.
We don't do that.
Or bargaining with your kids. No.
Right.
No. That's crazy. Yeah. So when Selena was talking, I decided to look it up, and it says, why is Hush Little Baby dark?
Mm-hmm.
So it says, however, there is a darker side to the song. In the final line, they are so desperate to keep the baby asleep. It suggests the mother would see the baby's death as a blessing, as they would become the sweetest little baby in town. That's
so
what
now she done killed the child.
That's what they say.
Just die, baby.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, because it says if the horse and cart fall down, basically saying if the horse and cart fall on you,
you'll die.
Then you'll be the sweetest little baby in town.
Yeah, but you're gonna be dead in the coffin.
But it's almost like a layering of things, right? Because it's like, okay, I'm gonna buy you this, but I'm piling all this stuff on top of you until it literally just crushes you because you're consumed with all this junk.
Okay, girl.
And when you in the coffin, when you dead, you can't get nothing else.
And there's no more crying.
There's no more crying.
Yeah.
Wow.
These are some dark nursery rhymes.
But sometimes when a baby cries, I'm done with this entire nursery rhythm. But babies, I've seen where babies, they cry like, okay, my kids, my two girls, oh my God, they were never night kids. They will sleep during the day. It didn't matter if you wake them up. When that clock hit 6 o'clock, their eyes pop. And they are up, crying. My two daughters, they shouldn't even be crying now at their age. The amount of cry, they cry at I'm serious. You can take them in the car, drive them, walk them. You can rock. It didn't matter what you do. They cried. And I used to say, Jesus, help me, Lord. Help me. Just cry. Cry. There's no reason that the bum dry. And I will call my mom and she said, you just got to endure.
Yeah, because them older people used to let them develop their lungs.
Yep. Their lungs is developed. They probably should have been good singers by now. So, so I'm saying with the mom, I'm sympathizing with the mom. I could understand her frustration. If that baby just keep crying. We are blessed. In this century, you have therapists, you have melatonin, you have medicine, you can give babies to go to sleep. In that time, yeah.
Maybe the baby was colic.
Look at God.
Give an answer. Okay, well, I guess what she was doing didn't help the colic.
And listen to how sweet it sounded. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. Mama's gonna buy you a mockingbird. If that mockingbird don't sing, Mama's gonna buy you a diamond ring. And if that diamond ring don't shine, Mama's gonna buy you a. Because in my head, I said bottle of wine. The baby said wine. I
Go ahead and drink that wine. Go ahead and drink that wine.
But that baby crying, you need some wine.
Oh my goodness.
Just dip the pacifier in some rum and just
Suck on it.
Wow. I hope y'all that's viewing is having a blast because this is fun. And I'm learning a lot at the same time. She said she done with the entire nursery rhyme. Oh, funny rhythm. All right, who's next? You want me to go, Maggie, or are you ready to go?
Okay, let's go with It's Raining, It's Pouring. Remember how we used to sing that wonderful song with our children? It's raining, it's pouring, the old man is snoring. He went to bed and bumped his head and couldn't get up in the morning.
Oh.
He did. Oh no, who pushed his head into something and killed
It's
him?
raining, it's pouring is the alcohol. He getting drunk.
That's what I was like. Is he drunk? I was gonna say that.
He just drinking. He the alcohol is pouring and he getting his cocktails on.
Ooh.
And then he had a concussion because he went to bed. He bumped his head and he died in his sleep. That's what we're singing when we walking our children in the rain. It's raining.
It's true.
It's raining, it's pouring, your man is snoring.
Oh, yeah.
He bumped his head and he couldn't get up in the morning. He couldn't get up in the morning because he was dead. He hit his head. He had a concussion while he was drunk. And he died in his sleep. Mother Goose? I'm going to need to find Mother Goose. I hope she in heaven somewhere so you could go, Mother Goose, why you write all them morbid nursery rhymes? Ain't nobody saying that in heaven. I'm just cracking a joke. But yeah, she published that in 1912. She is. And then they sang it the first time in 1939. It's raining, it's pouring, oh man, it's snoring. He went to bed and he bumped his head, didn't get up in the morning. And every time it's raining, we walking our children way to school or wherever. I know I sang Christina walking to school. It's raining, it's pouring. You know, the old man is snoring. He went to bed and he bumped his head. He couldn't get up in the morning. We splashing in the rain, thinking it's rain. And got a concussion and died in his sleep. He didn't wake up.
Wow, that's so sad.
And that nursery rhyme traces back to 1939.
Yep. Mother Goose started writing all these nursery rhymes, Sucker MC. Yeah, but Herbert Halpert. Thank you, Herbert. He was probably a cocktail sipper. Who else? Why would you write that song, that nursery rhyme? Why is that a nursery rhyme? You just walking your children in the rain, going to school. When we walking them to school and it's raining, they have their little rain boots and their raincoat. You have your umbrella and you just splashing and you're singing that song. They sing it in school. It's raining, it's pouring, the young man is snoring. He went to bed and bumped his head and he couldn't get up in the morning. For real. Died. Concussion. Couldn't wake up.
Wow.
Yeah. I have no words.
None.
Oh, maybe I do have some. They just came as soon as I said it. Mama Jackie said sweet but deadly. Lord. For those of us that like to drink till you're drunk, don't do it. Don't do it. Because you might bump your head.
Yeah. Innocently.
Go to bed, you ain't waking up.
Couldn't get up.
And it may not even be raining.
Yeah.
Maybe his mind think it was his mind.
When it was raining, you know the song is raining men. Hallelujah. It was raining alcohol. Raining drinks. Hallelujah. It's raining drinks. Amen.
I am so done.
Yes,
These nursery rhymes got me.
because I don't drink alcohol, but I have been known to buy a couple of rounds. I go to the bar, I'm drinking my Coke, and everybody's having fun. I say, "Oh yeah, I got her, because my sister drinks." And it's like, "Yeah, I got her. Yeah, we drinking. I'm drinking my Coke. My sister drinking her beer. Does she have a shot? I ain't even thinking about it." And then now, you look at this. That ain't even cool.
That ain't even cool.
No, it's not.
Especially when when it's a problem, because it was raining and pouring. I don't think that this was a person who was not known to be a drunk. I don't think it was his first time.
It was his first time.
I don't think. I said I don't think it was his first time.
No, he used it. He used the drinking.
Unless he come from an alcoholic family.
Yeah.
Right.
Where they drink a lot.
You know, on my mom's side of the family, there's a lot of alcoholics. And so that's why I've seen and they're like the funny alcoholics. You know, those that, like my aunt, she would say, "I'm dancing. I'm a dancer." She'd be all funny and all dancey.
Oh, no.
She was a dancey drunk. And her husband, I don't remember if he was a drunk too. And so she would say, "Mr. Fred, he can't keep up." Right? And so both of them are dead. But I'm just saying that.
But did they bump their head though?
They didn't bump their head, but they were. It was bad, and and I think me witnessing drunks in the family, alcoholics in the family, and realizing it's on both sides, mom and dad, that I was like, oh no, I can't drink, because I'm not gonna pass that through my bloodline. It's gonna stop with me, because you know how they say, because we as Christians, we're so flippant with what we say. Oh, we have drunks in the family, alcoholic run on my mother's side, alcoholism run on my father's side, these kind of things, so that we're accepting this. And so this song was actually, when I was reading about it, it triggered me, because I'm like, oh my goodness, I see it in my sister, I see it in my niece, I see it, And then when I try to talk to them, they're like, "Maggie, trying to guard our stuff. Maggie, here comes the preacher preaching about it." And I'm just like, no, alcoholism leads to death.
Yes, it does.
It does, yeah.
And it takes years off your life. And this is what that nursery rhyme was saying.
Yeah. Wow.
See how morbid that is? We need a fun nursery rhyme next.
Well, you'll have to find one, because mine is actually kind of short and not as dark, but it does have a meaning.
Okay.
So maybe this one won't be so bad. It is called Goosey Goosey Gander. So I'm going to give you the original version, then version number 2, and the add-on version, but they're all quick. The original version is Goosey Goosey Gander. Where shall I wander? Upstairs and downstairs? In my lady's chamber. There you'll find a cup of sack and a race of ginger. Version number 2 says, Goosey Goosey Gander, whither shall I wander? Upstairs and downstairs and in my lady's chamber. I met an old man who wouldn't say his prayers. So I took him by his left leg and threw him down the stairs.
Jesus.
And then the add-on version, the stairs went crack He nearly broke his back. And all the little ducks went
Quack,
quack,
quack, quack.
done. So Goosey Gander is another tale of religious persecution
Nice.
from the
Oh,
other side. It reflects a time when Catholic priests would have to say their forbidden Latin-based prayers in secret,
oh.
even in the privacy of their own home. Right?
Okay, so let me get this. Let me make sure I got. They will say this in secret.
Yes, because there was persecution behind it regarding their prayers.
Well, how is that a prayer? First of all,
Yeah.
I'm like,
No, the rhyme isn't the prayer, but it's telling the story about the persecution if you
okay.
pray aloud. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, but it's about religious persecution.
She take him by his leg.
And throw him down the stairs.
I can't even
The
comprehend.
left leg, mind you.
Yeah.
And threw him down the stair.
And we say these things over our children.
Yeah.
Goosey gander. And how that's crazy to me. Listen, I would not say another nursery. I would never.
Yeah.
Upstairs, and so it's like she's searching.
Mm-hmm.
So it says goosey gander. What does goosey means?
Let me look that up for you.
Yeah.
Mm.
Maggie say, huh.
Goosey meaning having or showing a quality considered to be characteristic of a goose, especially foolishness or nervousness.
Oh, so you're just a foolish woman. That's what you are. So you're a foolish woman. So you going upstairs and downstairs to find this person.
But I feel like the priest might be looking for a place to pray.
Pray.
You think? I don't know.
Is it P-R-E-Y or P-R-A-Y?
Oh, yeah. It says,
P-R-A-Y.
where shall I wander?
Yeah. He's trying to find a place to pray.
Why in the ladies' chamber, though?
Because that's what he wants.
Okay, thank you. Because it says, and in my ladies' chamber. If I'm a priest, I ain't going in a ladies' chamber.
I should tell you.
He had to pray these prayers in secret.
I don't care what you're going in the ladies. What?
Because she might be having a tea party. I'm just trying to think that all the priests weren't disgusting.
Okay.
Goosey gander.
Yeah.
And there I met an old man.
Yeah. But look, check this out. That the wandering place, and then you could go back to your comment. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
The searching upstairs and downstairs are seen as a reference to secret hiding places. They were built in houses to conceal priests from authorities.
Oh, but you still shouldn't go in the ladies' chambers. That's danger. You ain't praying in there. Because if the lady come in there naked.
P-R-E-Y is also pray.
Now think about it.
So what? Oh.
And then it says, there I met an old man who wouldn't say his prayers. So I took him by his left leg and threw him down the stairs. Violence. Jeez.
Yeah. Well, and that was part of the persecution, though, because they had to pray in secret. And so they were practicing their faith, but they had to do it in secret, and they had to say their Latin prayers in secret, or those things were going to happen.
I just love how they cover this. So I pull up what Kat says, and there's another part that says, the stairs went crack. He nearly broke his back, and all the little ducks went quack. Quack,
Yeah.
quack, quack.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I read that one.
Oh,
yeah.
Quack, quack, quack.
But that's crazy. So you took something that is so dramatic, and then you ended with some ducks to take away the people focus of the reality of what is going on. That's really secretive. That's like like it's hidden secrets.
Yeah.
In between woven. Go ahead.
And the thing that they say about the left leg,
Yeah.
some interpretations were suggesting that the reference to the left leg is a derogatory term used to identify Catholics.
Oh.
Oh, Jesus, help those.
Yeah.
That's so you make a nursery rhyme of something that is so horrific.
Mm-hmm.
And the poor ducks, the innocent,
quack, quack.
They went quack, quack.
They showed quack, quack, quack.
So is that they telling it or what? Because is that a part of like maybe the ducks are telling on them? Because the ducks are ruthless. Quack, quack, half
Right.
That's
it.
Wow.
We both like, wow. Yeah. All right.
Oh, let me ask something.
Okay.
I wanted to, not you all, I'm going to ask the audience if they have any nursery rhymes that they want us to look up.
Oh, yeah, that would be great. I knew this was going to take us to our time. This is good, though. Y'all, we coming back. She going to ask y'all this question. Please let us know so that if we haven't researched it, we can research it and make sure we do it within the series. But we're continuing in this the entire month of July. If it take us into August, it take us into August. It's something important. And listen, we don't want to reject knowledge.
Right.
We want to embrace knowledge. I remember while she's doing that, when Genesis was little, I had already let her know, I'm like, I'm your Santa Claus. Remember Tombstone, I'm your Huckleberry.
I'll be your Huckleberry.
I'm your Santa Claus. We don't do Santa Claus. Well, Mommy, what am I going to do when people ask me? She like 3 years old. I said, when they ask you, oh, what do you want Santa Claus to bring you for Christmas? She looked at me the first time it happened. Now, we didn't already had the conversation. She looked at me. I said, go ahead. She's like, oh, well, if Santa Claus were bringing me something, I would want. I said, we're not about to shatter people's world. We're going to keep a good witness in a sense. But if they step into our world, like keep going, then we're about to break you off real nice. Even though there was a true Nicholas.
Yeah.
And then they blew it on up. You know something else I think we should consider when we finish this series? The meanings of songs.
Oh.
Because let me tell you a song that when it came on, I was like, oh, yeah, that's my cut. If you want to ride.
Ride horse.
I did not know that meant cocaine.
Me either. That was my song too.
Done. I was like, what? Yep. The white horse is cocaine.
Yes.
Yeah. Ride horse. Ride pony.
Right? But oh, that's a nice little cut.
Right. That's what
my goofy behind me doing. I'm riding the horse.
When that song came on, that was my cut too.
Yes.
I knew all the words.
Horse. I was like, yeah.
Ride pony.
Crazy. Crazy.
Wow.
All right, audience. Even though we are getting ready to sign off, y'all can still comment. One of us or all four of us will see your. Y'all do Jack and Jill. Does anybody have Jack and Jill?
No, but I can do it.
Okay, Sandra will do Jack and Jill for you, Marquita. So we will get the research on that one. Yeah, Jack and Jill is a dark one too.
Yeah.
I was having a ball doing my research. I said, oh, maybe I should leave them some. So yeah, we We will get that on for you, Marquita, before
Yep.
this series ends.
All right.
So, y'all, we'll be back next Tuesday. As the old folks say, if the Lord say the same, if he delay his tarrying, we will be back.
I'll be back. I'm not dying now, so I'm not
Next Tuesday, 6 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Tell 2 friends, like a Prel commercial. Prel. Prell. Remember that old shampoo commercial? Only those that's probably 50 plus could remember that commercial. You tell 2 friends of how great the shampoo was.
Oh.
So tell 2 friends about the nursery rhyme series. I think you'll learn a lot and you'll have a good time. We love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Bye-bye.
God has a purpose. God has a plan. I'm living his will. He's got me in his hands. I'm chilling with purpose. God has a purpose. God has a plan. I'm living his will. He's got me in his hands. I'm chilling.